M7 EIW, VK2GAP signing.
VK2GAP.
Until next time, Jim.
VK2GAP. Why am I feel so? Okay, I'm gonna put the lights on today. There you go. I'm gonna put some lights on. Let it light up in here today. VK2GAP. He was just talking to Maverick DX today. Just talking to Maverick DX today. I just heard. Let's see. Let's see. I spoke to him last night. And Maverick DX is right there. Right here. That's his call sign right there.
November 1, Echo Delta Foxtrot, N1 EDF.
Oh, he's talking again.
Over keying or over transmitting on the talk group 91. You might want to check your equipment because you've been keying in a lot for the last 10 minutes. So
well, the last few hours. Yeah, he's been keying for a while. He actually all day. The guy from Thailand.
Yeah, but that's the problem, John. M7AIW. Too many people keying down, and all they've got to go is on the first side of it. So that's the way it is, John, with this DMR. They don't understand that they have to leave a pause for at least, 3 minutes or so to give everybody a chance.
Well, it seems like this guy right here.
M78 ELW, VK2GAP, are clear. Cheers, John.
He's just been keying all day today. All day, like the whole day since this morning. I tried to call him earlier because he's from Thailand. I figured let me make contact with this guy. But it just keys up automatically.
The problem is that this person has been overkeyed since I've logged on to the talk group 91, and I'm looking at the dashboard now, and he's been keying in now, again, constantly for the past 15 minutes. So hopefully you're listening to me, Donald. November 1, Echo Delta Foxtrot, please check your equipment because you're still overkeying.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm talking about the Thailand guy. The Thailand guy has been keying all day. All day. And then sometimes you hear a little beep, like a beacon. Like radio teletype or something. But I don't know what he's doing. It's just all day on Talk Group 91. He's just been keying over and over. So this guy right here, I'll show you. This guy. See this guy right here. But when you key up, you wind up here and then you start going down. And if you don't key up again, see how he automatically keys up? So something's going on with this radio. I don't know if it's just automatically keying up. It's been like this since the morning. He's been doing that. Since early morning. I had never seen that before. Like he just keys up every like I don't want to say every minute. Sometimes it's every couple of minutes, or as soon as somebody else keys up, it automatically keys up. It's crazy. Okay, let me log in this guy from Japan. I'm sorry, guy. I'm all over the place right now. Of course, I'm doing some FTA on 10 meters. 10 meters condition has been very good the last few days. So let me log him in. I'm going to make sure I got the right call and the right signal report. Okay. And, okay, both -4. Okay, -04, -04. You sure? And thank you, Toshimitu, for the contact. Yeah. Yeah, I've been monitoring on and off Talk Group 91 all day, and this guy just goes on and on and on and on. He just keeps, I don't know, he's not manually doing it, obviously. But first of all, when he keys up, he just keys up. He doesn't talk. I called him out like 3 times. He doesn't talk. And then it seems like everybody that talks in that group, he keys up right afterward, and he just sometimes you'll hear a little beep, 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 like a Morse code type thing. I don't know what this guy is doing. He's just been doing that all day. See, right now he's on top. Look, right now he's on top. So he just keyed up again. You see? So this guy, see, he just keyed up. Anytime anybody keys up, this one automatically keys up to stay up there. And he's not talking. He just keys up. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what automated thing he's doing. I have no idea. But he doesn't not even talking. He just keys up. And it's like disrupting the group. But I mean, I spoke to someone earlier. And you heard Married to the X just spoke to Alf. See, they just spoke here. As Alfred and as Married to the X. See, they just spoke. But this guy automatically keys up. I know he said that this guy automatically keying up too lately, but it's not him. It's this guy is keying up like crazy. It's just auto. He's just, since this morning when I first started, I got because when I woke up early this morning, I went right away to. I opened up the my deal on Talk Group 91, and that's the first thing I saw was him. I said, "Oh my God, he's from Thailand. Let me talk to him." So I called him. I tried to talk to him, and nothing. I said, "Okay, maybe he just can't." But then he kept keying up automatic. I was like, "Okay, something wrong with that." I don't know what it is, and it's keying up every so often. It's crazy. I never seen that before. Oh, I need to transmit over here. Okay. And hello, Tasso. I just popped in right now. I'm gonna be on super long. I am gonna watch the vice presidential debate. I am gonna watch. I don't think it really matters because already early election has already started. Today's October 1st, of course. Like Trump said a few days ago. I know Kamala wanted to debate him one more time, and he said, "No, thank you, sorry." Especially when she I sent her the invite from CNN. Like really, like come on, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about it here. If you don't like it, whatever. So of course, and I made it clear. I say I said no more debates. I don't care. Forget about it. She's not gonna. She's gonna keep. If she's just gonna keep lying and not even and again, it wasn't much of a debate. It was just three on. They all gang up on him. So it wasn't even a debate. And I talked about that on the Danny show. So I will be live streaming there in a couple of hours on the Danny show. Anybody want to subscribe over there? I will be listening to the debate, the vice presidential debate. I'm going to be on that channel, and I'm going to do some commentary. And of course, again, early election is already happening, so it's not a big deal. The only thing is, of course, I want to see what JD Vance does with this guy. I want to see if you know, he got to come out, boom, 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 boom. Forget about this crazy Tim Walls guy. I'm sorry, tampon Tim. Anybody that wants to put tampons in the boys' bathroom, you're sick, whatever. That's it. Don't leave it at that. Those that don't like it, leave. I don't care. There's just no logic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever. That's where we're headed. You're gonna vote for the guy that has a plan that's already been there before, or you're gonna vote for Tampon Timmy and the photo op woman that went down to the border finally after 3.8 years. Give me a fucking break. I'm sorry. PG ready out the window. All right, let me lock this guy. Sorry, just said it. Pow! There you go. Don't care. You know, I don't care really. The direction of this country is going to, yeah, I better vote for the right person. I don't care. Put your feelings aside. Put your feelings aside. Stop being so butthurt and vote for common sense. Okay, we need to stop this nonsense that's going on now. Longshoremen just went to strike. How convenient they go on strike now. You know what I'm saying? Come on. So now they want to cripple the economy. And guess who's gonna be 11 at the 11th hour? Oh my God, who's gonna save the longshoremen strike? Give me a break, okay, please. You know, I know they're not federal workers, but I remember Ronald Reagan when the air traffic controllers went on strike. He gave them an ultimatum. He said, "You better get back to work. You're not gonna cripple the economy of the United States." And they called his bluff, and he fired every single one of them. Every single one of them fired. That's what a real president does. He had to fire all those air traffic controllers. That was it. He said, "I'm not putting up with that. No, no." Okay. Let me get this guy here. You know, and that how convenient longshoremen go on strike now on the East Coast. There was a time when we had longshoremen in New York, a long time ago. I mean, when I was a baby, that time, a long time ago, probably even before I was born. Already by the time I was, they're already gone. Probably the early '70s already gone. And of course, a lot of it was what the mob control. Well, if you go down to Manhattan now, and you go down the West Side Highway, and all those ports down there, especially on the lower, where the Intrepid Museum is at. All those ports used to be shipping. Of course, now it's just a few ships now, a couple of cruise, maybe a couple of cruise lines. That go, that's it. It's not the way it used to be. Why? And that's what's gonna happen now. They're all gonna wind up going to the south. So Baltimore and there's only a few ports in the East Coast left. Baltimore, I know. I think, of course, right here in New Jersey, they went across to New Jersey. There is some in Elizabeth, New Jersey, not as big as it used to be. They're all gonna go south, and I think there's one down by Atlanta, somewhere down there, I believe, maybe not Atlanta. Excuse me, not some Savannah, maybe. I think I don't know. Port City. I'm thinking of Port City. Port City's down south. I mean, the East Coast. Excuse me. And hello, Bobby. WA5107 SWL. Hope you're doing well from Morgan City, Louisiana. Yeah, I just popped in to do it. Oh, that's my radio DX they're talking.
FT4. I don't really do single sideband voice contacts because for me it's a lot of competition with a lot of high-powered amateur radio operators out there.
Okay.
And especially those with
I'm monitoring DMR Talk Group 91 also. So Myron Dix is out there talking to somebody. And this guy's a runaway train here. Come on, bro. You're making me supposed to be okay. You know what, Roger Roger. Sorry, Roger Roger. Okay, Roger, you know Roger Roger this guy. All right, next one. Sorry, too many Roger 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 Roger. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for Bobby to get his license. Bobby, you're gonna be a technician, and you're gonna get the license. You know a lot about radio. You know a lot about radio. You should try to get your amateur radio license, even if you say it's a technician. Like me, I'm a technician. I've been a technician for 2 years now. I enjoy it. I, Yeah, Bobby, you should go. You know a lot about radio. You should get your technician license. An entry level technician license at least. I can see you doing FT8 also. Maybe some DMR talk like this. Oh, this guy,
I want to do a radio check. If I'm on there, give me the answer.
that's Angel. Angel, right? Angel.
KB2 or UE, make zero tables.
That's Angel. Angel from New Jersey. He's always on there. One thing about Talk Group 91, you're gonna find a lot of regulars in there. They already know me in there. Of course, I already have my first. I already choose someone out in there. Let me load this down. Let me load this down. Yeah, I choose somebody. I choose someone out the other day. I remember him from the first week I was doing DMR. I've been doing DMR for about 3 months now. Excuse me. And this is one guy that every once in a while, well, lately he's been doing it for a few days, and finally I blew up on him. I literally went off on him. I didn't curse. No, that's one thing I didn't do on the air. Not like I do here. I did not use no bad language in there because you will get trouble by the FCC. You will get, you could lose your license. You're suspended or whatever you want to call it. So I didn't curse at him. Make that clear. Don't do that. Don't do that when you don't do that. But I did chew him out though, because what's happening is this guy used to go in there, and again, it's going back to what I said. Some of you guys that are older, that have been around for a while, if you're gonna help people out, and not gonna help people, he was berating people. I'm gonna explain to that in a minute. I'm going back and forth here. I'm multitasking. So anyway, what happened was this guy, he would come into the Talk Group 91, and he would tell people that the audio was terrible. The audio is terrible, and I can't believe he's always complaining. I can't believe what happens when I come in here and I hear these people. I've been a ham for over 35 years, and he goes on his nonsense with that, and you could clearly hear that he's intoxicated. Yeah, I can hear the slurring, so I already know this guy's been drinking. So the first couple of times I let it go. I didn't want to chime in. I said, you know what? I don't want people to know me right away as the guy that ripped somebody's a new, you know, basically I ripped him a new asshole. Let's just put it that way, without cursing. I did do that to him because he just kept going on with everybody that was in there. That was like, you know, and you're gonna get that with any, for example, there's some people that they're new to the radio. They don't know how to lower their mic gain. I get all that. I'm guilty of that. And when I first got my radio, I forgot to lower the mic gain. Somebody told me right away, "Yo, you're a little too loud." I said, "Okay, it's fine." Lower the mic gain right away. I went to a local. I connect to a local computer. The guy told me the same thing with the FT9. With my Jason saying, "Oh, your mic is a little too loud." Okay, but he told me in a polite way. That's what you're supposed to do. You tell people, hey, your mic is too high, or something like that. Not that happened to me in there with this guy. No, it wasn't. He wasn't directing that at me. But I noticed that people kept coming in there, and some people, for some reason, they talk this far away. They sound like they're in an echo chamber. Some people talk too close. All these things. But it seems like me, when it's too loud, I lower the volume. And I'll kind of maybe tell them, depends on if it's really overwhelming. I tell them, listen, you coming in too strong. You need to lower the mic a little bit or something. But this guy, he just went on the, oh, you're horrible. It sounds like somebody's grabbing you by the groin. Now he's really making comments. Like he's really trying to belittle everybody that he can belittle everybody that goes in that chat and the talk group and talk. Like And that, to me, that sounds like now you being a jerk. At that point, to me, my impression is he's being a jerk. So finally, Alfred, the one you heard talking to my radio X, Alfred, he's there all the time. He's a regular. Like everybody knows Alfred. He's from Australia. VK2GAP. Everybody knows him. Like he's like, and he had a stroke. So his voice is like, he you could tell he has, he has an issue with the speech. He just had a stroke. So he already, without really, knowing about, I haven't been there that long, and I knew that he already had I knew about his stroke because he talked about it. So this guy already right away, oh, you sound like somebody grabbing you by the groin and blah, 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 blah. So they started chiming in on there. But before that, he started messing with a couple of other people. So I finally went in there and said, listen, I've been listening to you for the last couple of hours, and all you're doing is berating people in here, you know, and this and that. I don't know exactly, I forgot what I said. I just went off. But I didn't curse. And I told him, I said, you're being a jerk. You need to cut it out. You need to cut it out. If you don't like it, if you don't like what you're hearing here, go to another talk group. That's it. I said, first of all, you holding up the talk group with your long, with your whole, your long thing about that people don't know how to adjust their audio. That real ham operators have been around for a long time. He went on a whole tirade about that. He went on a whole tirade about, real amateur radio operators. You gotta learn how to talk slow, and this and that. So I had enough. I went off on him. When I went off on him, the whole talk group 91 was crickets for like about 5 minutes until Alfred came back on and called me out and said, "Thank you, Danny, for." And I said, "No, don't thank me. Don't thank me, Alfred. He's a jerk. That's it. I didn't curse. Again, I'm gonna say I didn't curse. I almost cursed right now, but I didn't curse during that whole time on the air. So I make it clear: do not curse on the air. Don't do that. I got my point across with this guy without cursing. But don't get me wrong, I ripped him a new one. Okay? Because he was being a jerk. He's telling everybody, because there's another guy that goes in there a lot. He's from Massachusetts. He's blind. He's legally blind. And he also commented on his chat that he sounds like somebody put a clothespin on his nose. Because his voice, it sounds kind of like nasally. And that's, what? Who are you to judge? Who are you to judge how one person speaks? Maybe they have an issue with their voice, a speech impediment or something. You understand? So this guy really rubbed me off the wrong way. So when I went on that tirade, then as soon as I was done, no, actually, as soon as a couple of people chimed in on him too. Like, yeah, I think he's drunk and all that, And listen, I said, yeah, he sounds like he's drunk. And then he came back to me and says that I was being obnoxious. I'm not being obnoxious. You're being a jerk. You're being a straight up jerk because you know what? I don't care if you're a ham for 35 years. What that got to do with anything? You should know better to talk to people that way. You shouldn't, it's like, who are you to tell people that the audio is horrible, that this and that? And I'm hearing this for the last couple of hours. And it wasn't that bad. It was just that he's being a jerk. He's a sad ham. And you're going to run into people like that. You're going to run into people like that. But the way I dealt with it is I called them out right away. I called them out after a couple of days of that bullshit. By day 2 or 3, I blew up on him. I said, listen, you're being a jerk. You need to knock it off or I'm going to report you. I told him that. I don't care. I'm going to report you to whoever I can to report you. Because you know what? If you're a ham for 35 years, you shouldn't act this way. You should be an ambassador to your hobby. Okay? And I told him, listen, I'm being obnoxious. Listen, I got a channel, okay? And I'm more of an ambassador to this hobby than you are for you with your 35 years plus. Okay? I let him know. I straightened him out. And he disappeared after that. I didn't see him for 2 days. He was on this morning, but he didn't act up again. He was on this morning. I saw him. And the minute I saw him, I keyed up so he could see my call sign on the list. And that's when he ran out of Dodge. He fucking ran out of Dodge when I keyed up. Because I was waiting for him to say something again. I'm going to rip another asshole on that guy. And that's what happened. That's how you deal with these fucking bullies online. That's how I deal with them. But I didn't curse. That's one thing I curse here, but on ODI I do not curse. I make that clear. But don't get me wrong, though. I ain't no pushover, bro. That's one thing. So I didn't like that because some people are afraid they don't want to say anything to him because he keep throwing that nonsense. Oh, I've been a half for 35 years. What the fuck that got to do with anything? If you're just being a dick, you're being a straight up dick. Okay? I've been corrected quite a few times. And nobody ever talked to me like that because I would have fucking went off on them. I would have said, first of all, you know, I would have just went off. I don't care. But I didn't curse. That's one thing. But when he was doing that to other people, I was like, man, this guy is really. And then somebody actually later on said, oh, you got to excuse him. He's 80 years old. He comes in here once in a while. He's drunk. I said, I don't care. That's what you make. You don't make excuses for him. I don't care if he's 80 years old and he's mad at the world. Don't come on to a Group 91 and try to berate everybody in there. He's the same guy, married the Exa. And hello, by the way, I heard you on Talk Group 91. He's the same guy that a few weeks ago started telling them that you foreigners don't wait, you don't wait the amount of time, whatever, before you key up. First of all, this Talk Group 91 is the busiest talk group in all of radio. Okay? Okay? They are the busiest talk group ever. 24 hours a day, you're going to talk to somebody in there. Okay? Period. So sometimes, especially if someone comes on, like for example, I spoke to someone from Bahrain the other day. You gotta be quick if you want to talk to this guy. Because by the time, if you think you, as soon as he say like, as soon as he finished with the other guy and he said 73, I'm clear or whatever, I boom, and you gotta hold it because there's a delay too. Not only key up, you gotta hold it because there's a delay, and then you can talk. But sometimes if you got two or three people keen or whatever, especially someone like from Bahrain or Montenegro, which I don't, what I mean, countries like that, you're gonna get people gonna want to talk to that person. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna happen. So this jerk doesn't understand that it's different. It's that you're not in HF, okay? Okay, so and some people, and that's fine. Some people use the HF lingo, like for example, you're 5'9", you're 5'9". Of course, I try not to use that because it's digital. It's digital voice. There is no signal report. It's an audio thing. It's the audio is coming clear or it's not coming clear. So there's some, but this jerk off comes in here. I've been I have for 35 years, and then you can tell he's drunk. You can hear he's freaking drunk. I ain't mad at the world. I know what's wrong with this sad ham. Yeah. Yeah, I know it is. Meridixa. He did that. He did say that. And that's when he said that, that's when I had to jump in. Yeah, the he's from Massachusetts, the blind, the guy, the operator that's he's blind. That's and that's when he said that right away. So that's the guy, because he's always just saying, I don't want to say it's the guy, the blind operator's call sign. But he did announce his call sign. That's it. But his voice is kind of whatever, and that's fine. I don't care. I don't judge people by their voice. That's when he chimed in and he said that it looked like somebody put a clothespin in his nose and pinched his nose or something. He sound horrible. His exact words was that you sound horrible, and that's when I was just listening, and I had to chime in. I boom right there. I chimed in. I went off. I went on a 5-minute tirade on this guy. And all suddenly somebody else chimed in on him because as soon as I did it, somebody else ganged up on him because finally somebody spoke out on this. Then he replied to, "Oh, are you just being obnoxious?" I'm not being obnoxious, bro. You're being, you're a jerk. You're being a jerk. You're being stupid. You're being, you're a ham for 35 years. This is the way you act. This is the way you act. Are you kidding me? You know. So I don't want to hear that shit from people that I've been around for 60 years. That shit don't mean nothing to me because I seen it. I seen the way some people act. I don't care. There's something called decorum and manners. Okay, and if you want to correct someone on something, have some, do it politely. Don't tell them that they sound horrible. That especially with Alfred. Alfred. I didn't know that he had a stroke before. I don't know how long ago he had a stroke, but he's still recovering from a stroke. That's why he sounds. Sometimes he sounds like so and I don't know anybody personally recently that had a stroke, but I know it's very. As a matter, my mother had a stroke before she passed, but my mother did not give not the type of damage that it affected her speech. But let me tell you something. When he started with Alfred first, and then when he went to the blind guy, that's when the straw broke the camel's back on me. I had to jump in, and you know me. You guys know me. I'm not gonna let shit fly. I'm not gonna let shit fly. I'm sorry. I had to step in. I had to step in and let this guy know you wrong. You wrong. You a jerk. Whatever. And you know what? And if you keep on, I'm gonna report you. And that's what I told him. That's it. I don't care because you're not gonna. You're not. I'm not gonna listen to that. I don't care. Even if I'm not talking at them on the. If what happens is if you look the other way, you allow you if you when you look the other way, you condone that behavior. Okay, so you are responsible. You have a responsibility too to the hobby. Don't let these old fuckers out here. I'm gonna call you like what it is. Don't let them fuck up the hobby. Okay, don't let them fuck up the hobby. Don't let them do that. I call them out. I said, I don't care. I don't care if you're 35 year ham, whatever the fuck it is. Bro, you don't talk to people like that. You don't talk to people like that. If you got an issue with something and you want to, if everybody in the chat room, whatever, call talk group, you don't like it, go to another talk group. That's it. There's a lot of talk groups you can go to. That's it. You understand? Yeah, I know. No, it has its moments, but that's the first time that somebody really, I had to step in. I had to step in because, and you could tell he's clearly liquored up. He was liquored up, bro. Believe me, he was liquored up. And then one of the other guys said, no, he comes in every once in a while, and it looked like he's been drinking. I said, yeah, but you know what? He can't be coming here like that because what's gonna happen is he's gonna. This guy doesn't even exist. I'm waiting all this time to add this guy. Let me double check. Okay. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna log you in here. I can't log you in QSA because it says you don't exist and all that, and I'm not gonna add you. I'm not doing all that. I'm not adding people to the database. I'm not doing all that. Sorry. Okay, moving on. 73. Okay. Log of the world. There you go. All right, moving on. Yeah, because this guy is and let me check. I'm gonna check if he's there. Gonna check if he's on. No, he's not on right now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, everybody knows him already. So he's on every day. He's on every day. Um, I know he's from Massachusetts. I don't want to give out his name and all that because but and he doesn't bother anybody. He just comes in and he's always coming and he just says that he's standing by or whatever, and he'll talk to people. And I spoke to him a few times. I know he was having an issue with I forgot what it was. One time I think his laptop. Anyway, and no, was it him? No, it wasn't. It was another guy. Oh, okay, you mailed. Yeah, and that's yeah. He doesn't really do, obviously for obvious reasons he's blind. He doesn't do the QRZ thing. But yeah, he's always asking for mailing. Oh, okay, so you mailed him a QSL. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Married the ex. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I know he was like when he talked to the guy. Me and him spoke to the guy from Bahrain. Was it yesterday, day before yesterday? Bahrain. I know I spoke to him first, then somebody else spoke to him, then he spoke to him, and then he was telling him that he, about one, and so yeah, he prefers that you mail him one, and because he cannot, I think he has somebody that does that for him too. I think he has somebody helping him with that stuff. So this guy, without just knowing the fact, without knowing everything about what's going on around him, he just being a jerk. Called this guy. He said that he's horrible. That he talks like he has his nose is pinched with a clothespin or something. I'm like, this guy's just a straight up asshole. Like he's an angry fucking asshole. You know, I'm serious. And I was waiting for him to mix it up with me. But he just called me obnoxious. I said, yo, I'm obnoxious. Wow. You really insulted me by being I'm obnoxious. I may be handsome. I may be handsome. I don't know about obnoxious. Oh my God. Let me lock this other guy in right now. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing 10 meters right now on FT8, of course. The Japanese are coming in now. There you go. West Japan. Oh, he got a web contact. I always sign the web books. My radio, yes, if you can't sign my web, say put my web contact, put hello on it, please. I'm trying to get my web numbers up on my QRZ. Okay, I signed his web. I say hello to his web thing. Okay, minus 13. Yeah, because I forgot. I got to pay membership on QRZ, so I have that web tab. You can just say hello, and that's it. And then your call sign will be there on the list with the others. Let me see where I'm at right now in the web tab. So what I'm talking about is this web tab. You see the web tab? And when you get that, and not when you're free account, but when you're a paid member, you get the web tab. And then people can come here, and there's gonna be people can sign. So these are all the people that say hello to my web tab, web contact. Excuse me. So they have a thing for this, like top whatever, top 10 web. Hey, forget it. They're in the thousands. No, I will get there in my lifetime. But I just like to see people say, hey, hello. It's almost like a guest book. Remember when you had the website and you had a guest book? It's something like that. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that, Mary Dexa. Yeah, I know it's expensive. I know for the postal. Postal expensive, period. And it's also, especially with the lack of service over here, it's time consuming. Like when I send Tasso that radio, oh my God. When I went to the main, oh, thank you. When I went to the main post office in Yonkers, oh my God, forget it. They're supposed to have all the stuff ready. Nothing. It was all the horrible service, the U.S. Postal Service. A lot of these post offices out there horrible here in the United States. A lot of them. Well, I don't know in some small towns, but I know here in Yonkers, horrible, horrible postal service. Excuse me. So finally, I had to wait till the next day. What I did is I created a U.S. Postal Service account, and I did what they call click and ship. So I just paid the postage online. I had to give them an estimate of how much the package weighed. They printed out the form with the barcode and all that. I put that on the package, and I just walked over to the post office, the other one over here by South Broadway, dropped it off. That was it. Much easier. It costs a little more, but it's worth in terms of waiting in line and all that. Plus, they're not very helpful over here. U.S. Postal Service and here, especially in Yonkers, They're not very helpful. In New York City, they're awful. My experience with the postal service here in New York City and now living in Yonkers, not the most helpful people. Not very helpful. Everything is right there, right there, right there. And if it's not there, whatever you're at, whatever it's horrible service, horrible, horrible. And that's why, for example, um, my hotspot, my second was supposed to be here yesterday. It didn't arrive. Why? Because the postal service is going to bring it over. When you order from AliExpress, lately I've been getting it from SpeedX. I guess they have their own private shipping contract. It's a company called SpeedX. I don't know, Meredith. So did you get your package from SpeedX when you received your and with your hotspot? I know when I buy stuff from AliExpress lately, I've been getting a lot of it from SpeedX. But once in a while, they'll give it to the postal service. Yeah, let me see if I got an old package here that says SpeedX. Yeah, see SpeedX. You see SpeedX. Everybody knows my address anyway. But anyway, you see SpeedX. So sometimes, most of the time, it's SpeedX. It's not the U.S. Postal Service over here. It's SpeedX that's been sending delivering my. So I looked them up. Okay, this Zoom thing. I mean, this focus thing is horrible. I guess because of lighting. Let me turn on the light. Let me turn on the light. Let me see if that'll fix that. Oh man, are you kidding me? What is going on with this focus today? We're gonna go through the saga today. Oh my god, with the focus. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm just gonna look on the thing, and I'll point it away. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna have to get a new camera. I know this camera is just horrible right now. Not what it used to be. There you go, focused. Okay. All right, there you go, focused. Yeah, so SpeedX. But I ordered another hotspot about a week ago. So that one, when I went to AliExpress, it says USPS, USPS. So that means they hand it over to the postal service. So that's why it's been already. They hopefully it'll be here today. My second hotspot. I ordered that and another diecast metal plane for my other channel. My Danny's diecast collection. This is what this is. This is another metal plane box. I know I'm going to be updating content soon on Danny's diecast collection. I need to, because since I took a break from this channel, my viewing hours started. So I'm trying to bring them back up a little bit. And that's why I'm doing. I mean, it's not the only reason why I'm doing live stream. I just want to anyway. But live streams is the. I'm gonna say it for all you guys that have channels. The best way to get your viewing hours up is you do live streams. I know Barry the Dexter, you're over. I know you have 2K subs and all that. I know Tasso was at 400 something. I don't know what he's at actually. 400. Anyway, when you want to get your viewing hours up, either you have to shoot long videos or live stream. And the easiest thing to do is live stream because you just live stream. There's a whole category. And by the way, the live stream, when they count the viewing hours, they don't count it during the live stream. It's after the live stream. So whatever views the live stream get afterwards, that's the viewing hours it counts. So I'm just giving you guys YouTube tips here. The 4,000 viewing hours is very hard to keep up unless or unless you make good videos and you get a lot of views, like thousands of views. I'm not there. I don't get that many. I don't get like if I release a video I don't get like 10,000 views in a day. No, I don't get that. I wish. I'm not nowhere near that. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be in that spot right now, but right now I'm not. My channel, even though I have 4,800 whatever, the views is different. Views is actually views sometimes is sometimes the views are actually getting subscribed. Let me say, anybody has a channel, getting subs is not the big deal. It's getting the views and getting the viewing hours is the challenge. Okay, it's not the subscribers. Subscribers, you can subscribers come and go. Especially when you've been around for a while, you're gonna get subscribers no matter what. Even as long as you stand the test of time, you will get subscribers. It's very rarely that you can have a channel for 5 years and you don't have 1,000 subs. No, something. Then you're definitely doing something that you. I don't know. I'm gonna say that. I'll just you know. I mean, if you post regularly, you should not. You should be at always growing, unless it's just something I don't know, whatever. Yeah. I just hope that DMR does not. I don't think it is. I mean, listen, it is what it is. You're always gonna have that everywhere. Like 7,200. Let me finish reading his statement, and then I'll just hope that DMR does not become a place for loonies like 7,200 low side band. If that does happen, then I'll switch over to YSF. Uh no, let me put it this way. Anytime you have a talk group where there's a central, where there's a room, we're not gonna call it, it's like a room, a talk group. Anytime you're gonna have a talk group where people are gonna meet often and you're gonna run into the same people, there's gonna be some friction at times. It's just like anything else in life. It's like a chat room, you know. I go to chat rooms all the time, and I can tell you right away. There's some chat rooms I go to where I know they don't. I got a few people that they don't like me. I'm telling you, many times I have reached out to them and said hello. They ignore me and things like that, or I'll I commented to the live streaming guy, to the host. I commented to the host, and then the same guy, whatever in the group, he'll chime in and he'll try to be like the what they call the what they call that. He tries to debate me basically. I had a few of those, especially in the beginning when I used to go to like official SWL chat. Every time I would go in there in the beginning, I had a couple of people that you could tell they didn't like me. I could tell. Not you, but I could tell they didn't like me. For whatever reason. And then of course later on, that turned out to be apparent. Because they will, some of them will spill over into the Facebook group. And again, sometimes it'll be the same people. The same people. They'll always put a negative comment on my video. Not on my video, on my Facebook. Something. Oh, you should have. Like with the MLA 30. Oh, you should. I would have used the drill press. Well, I don't have a fucking drill press. Not everybody has a fucking drill press in their house to do the MLA 30 mod. I'm sorry, I don't have a fucking drill press. All because I was a machinist. I don't give a fuck. But that's the type of attitude they will. In other words, he's trying to say that I was sloppy because I just used a drill and I was holding it with my hand, and I'm careful. I know how to fucking use a drill. But using a drill since I was a kid. I never fucking poked a hole up my fucking hand or anything. So the guy, of course, usually I'm a machinist. You know what? He's perfect. I would have used a drill bit. And I would have put some kind of, whatever. Fuck you. But you're always gonna have those people. They're too freaking anal about everything. They're very condescending. They think they know it all. You're gonna have those people in life. And sometimes when you run into a group like, for example, his group, you're gonna have people that have been, again, you're a high operator for 50 something years, you know everything, and I'm just a little peasant. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get those people. You know, And of course, you know, and it's the same thing when you go on the air. You're gonna have people that they're gonna be like, well, yeah, the guy told me I'm obnoxious. No, I'm not obnoxious. You're just being a jerk. I'm sorry. You know what? This is why your hobby is dying. Because people like you, people like him, is what's killing the hobby. Because there was a guy there a couple of days ago. It was his first time ever using the radio, and he was like, you know, not me. I was the second contact. He talked to somebody before me, and the guy was like, "Oh, you sound good, everything," but he didn't congratulate him. Then he spoke to me, and I already saw his QSA, and I saw he just got his license a week ago. So I told him, by the way, congratulations on your license, and he was very happy to hear that. I said, yeah, I too, am a tech. I too, and I've been a tech for 2 years. And congratulations. You can see, I can hear it through the voice that he felt comfortable. And he was intimidated when he went in there, yeah, And the first guy, because I would have been the first, but he became the first. I became the second contact. So, but I right there, I broke the ice on him. I said, listen, and that's what you're supposed to do. Welcome. Welcome. I don't even have 10 years or 35 years. But welcome people into the hobby. Welcome people. Okay? Like that kid. I just welcomed them. And I've done that a few times already. I've done that a few times. I welcome people into the hobby or even into the mode. Even people that I've been a hand for 10 years, they're new to DMR. And I tell them, oh, you sound good, man. You sound good. Everything's good. And yeah, And some people, like this guy I was talking to a couple of days ago from Alaska, he's using his phone. He was using his phone and I said, well, now the next step is to buy a radio for DMR. And I told him that I'm using this model and all that. And he's a general. And he started doing them all now. He's been a general. He has a license for like 10 years. He finally doing them all. Finally doing them all now. And I was like his third contact in DMR. And that's what I'm saying. Be welcoming. Be an ambassador. Don't be like that jerk off guy trying to because he's angry at the because he's 80 years old and he probably got one foot in the grave and one foot in the banana peel ready to slide into that fucking grave. I hate to sound like that, but that's the way he sounds. He sounds angry, like bitter, a bitter person. He's bitter. That's the way he sounds. But you know what? Don't come on to Talk Room 91. Try to take it out on everybody else. That's not cool. Don't do that. You know what? You use your wisdom. And that's probably why you're alone in life. You're probably alone in your house because you was a jerk to everybody in your life. I know people like that. My wife works in healthcare. Okay, my wife works in healthcare. Let me tell you something about that. I quite a few times she tells me stories about this guy is dying in a hospital room and no family comes to see him. Guess why? Remember that, people. How you act today will reflect on what happens to you tomorrow. Okay? Record that little thing that I just told you. I'm going to say it one more time. Remember, how you act today will reflect on how people treat you tomorrow and how people are going to look at you tomorrow. So if you're a jerk while you were young and selfish and all that, guess what happens when you're old and gray and you're sick and frail and can't take care of yourself? You think those people are going to be around to take care of you after the way you treated them when you was young? I don't think so. And that's what my wife tells me all the time. There's people in the hospital. There's a lot of people in the hospital that should be living with their parent, with their siblings, with their whatever son, daughter, whatever, but they don't want them. You know why? Because they were probably a jerk in their early life, and it probably treated them bad, and that's what happens. And that's what this guy sounds like. He sounds like he's very angry at the world, and it's sad. It's sad to. And I tell you, she tells me these stories, and I say, yeah, it's sad. It's sad to see someone in a hospital bed and nobody comes to see him. Yeah, because you know what? He was a bad person. He was a horrible person when he was young. And now people don't want nothing to do with him. They don't want to deal with him. You understand? They don't want to deal with him. And that's what happens. And that's what this guy sounds like. When he's telling people your voice, is that something you can come up with? Like, really, you come all day in a chat just to berate people? That means you have no life. You have no life. You're home alone. In case, probably, drinking some hard stuff. Has no life, and that's sad. That's a sad. I don't want to. If I ever hit 80, I am not gonna be like that. I hope not to be like that. But that's him. You see what I'm saying? That's sad. That's a sad state to be in. That's a sad state to be in. Let me tell you that. And I wasn't gonna let it go. After he insulted my friend Alfred, and then he went ahead and tried to insult. He insulted. Well, not try. He did insult the other guy. I don't want to mention his name, but the guy. He's blind. I had to cut in. I said, no, 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 no. You do this and this and this. You need to cut it out. You're a jerk. Blah 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 blah. And if I can, I will report you. I'm gonna record all this, screenshot all this stuff, screen record all this stuff, and we're gonna report you. You're gonna lose your license. That's it. I don't care. I don't care. People say, you can. I don't care. You know what? You're a ham for 35 years. Be an ambassador toward the hobby. Don't be a jerk off. Okay? Don't be a jerk off. Not cool. And that's why I use this forum. This is my channel. I use this forum to inform people about that. Because all you guys are the reason why this hobby is dying. Be more respectful for the generation that's coming and all that. Not me. I'm not a spring chicken. I'm talking about like my son. One day I want him to be a radio amateur radio operator and so on. I want him to get his license one day. It's a great hobby. It is a great hobby. CQ from China. Wow, on 10 meters. There you go. Hey, there we go, bro. China. Let's see on PSK. Let me see. Mainland China. China. Let's go China. You know what? I should meet them over there. Nine. Let me see. Let me move it over here. Okay, right there now. So I moved it there. So he's on 1977. Right there, man, right there. Let's see if we can. Hello. Hello, China. Yeah. Like my radio yesterday, the other day when we were, I guess where it was crowded. So finally we agreed on let's move to this spot right here on the spectrum. So we moved to a quiet spot on the spectrum, and then finally he heard me and I heard him. And he was operating on 10 watts. And of course I'm here, 100. And he heard me and I heard him, and then boom. Sometimes you got to move to a quiet spot, or in this case, I should have a video on all this and talk about, because I learned a lot about FT8. I really learned a lot. There's some things you can do. Yeah, so right now somebody else is right now it was somebody else there. Yeah, he's forgetting. He's gonna get I'm trying to untangle this cord. Usually when there's a station like that and rarely comes in there, I don't say rarely, but in my case, since I've been doing this, that's the first. That's the first, actually, yeah. And since I've been, yeah, it's the first one I've seen recent. But of course, this is a better receiver than the Zygu G90. I could definitely tell that because now I'm seeing more stations now. than I did with the Zygo. I'm using the same antenna as the Zygo, the same one that I've been using upstairs. I'm using, and it's definitely, this is definitely the Yaesu FT991A is definitely a better receiver. It's more sensitive because I do hear, I can hear these stations more. So, and I remember I had that issue. Remember I kept saying it that even though I get heard all the way in, in the Pacific, right? Like Japan, Australia, New Zealand, but um not to the point where, no, yeah, I can hear them, but they couldn't hear me too. And I think that's the other, and I think also power. I think the 20 watts. Uh, I mean, 20 watts is good. Don't get me wrong, and I still make contacts in Japan and all that. But I noticed in Australia and New Zealand, it was, they would hear me, but it wasn't enough. I don't know why that is the case. Now it's different. Now now if you look at the map now, forget it. It's like it's like you see, bombarding. I'm bombarding them. You see what I'm saying? So it's different. It's a lot different now than compared to with the G90. And the G90 is, and don't get me wrong, G90 still did. It's just that I know people say 100 watts is no. A lot of people on here using more than 100 watts. I mean you can use but you can use 5 watts whatever. That's fine. If to each his own. And I did that with the Zygo. Zygo, I there's times I bring it down to 5 watts. Did a couple, did okay. Brought it 7 watts. I did okay. I did some 10 watt one. But the Zygo, the most is 20 watts. I believe 20. I remember 20, and it did pretty good. But not everybody there is doing 20 watts, and I knew that. I think the first channel that really put me on that was Oxford Shortwave Log, because I think somebody made a comment on his channel about that, and that because there's people on FTA that are really doing more than 100 watts. There's people that are probably doing a kilowatt. They just want to get hurt, you know. Uh, you know, I'm doing 100 only because I'm trying to get I'm trying to get contacts and all that. Eventually, I done a few couple of times where I bring it down, but I'm trying to rack up some countries. Once I get to a certain number, then yeah, I'll probably just you know what I mean, you know. But yeah, only like especially in FTA, But right now that's not the case. Right now I want to rack up some countries. That's it. It's what I want to do. That's it. Last time I checked, I'm in charge of me. But yeah, you always gonna have people like that. Oh yeah, I got a comment of, a couple of weeks ago about that. 100 watts, LOL. Try QRP. Come to the welcome to the dark side, bro. I done that. I done that for the first year, for the first year and a half with the Zygo. 20 and less. I want to enjoy my 100 watts now. That's why I bought this rig. I want it more. I want to be heard more. It's the reason why I bought the rig. It's not because my antenna's resonant. Believe me, I can get out with 5 watts with my antenna. It's pretty resonant. But of course, people chime in without knowing the facts. You're gonna get that. Try QRP. Like I don't know what QRP is. I know what QRP is. That's another thing. I don't want to do. Why should I do QRP in the house? I rather do QRP when I'm outside. Like outside my backyard. See, like my Ready the extra day with his 6100 10 watts. That's pretty good. He right outside his place of residence. That's what I would do. I would probably go around here in my backyard and set up another antenna, and then I would try what he do. I may do that with the Yaesu, the Yaesu FT818. I probably do a setup like that. Although I like the 6100, I do like that one. And I'm really close to selling my Yaesu. I'm very close to selling that Yaesu and buying the 6100. That's how much I like that 6100. I'm debating it because now that I owe this Yaesu and I have the Zygo. Although I could use the Zygo. I could use the 61. I could use the G90. It's fine. I'm fine with that one. You know? So my radio, I was 4 floors high when we did that Q. So okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, let me go back over here. I'm losing track now. Suddenly 680 looks like it's slowing down a little bit. It comes in waves. It looks like it's slowing down, but it's not. It's just still. You know, my thing like that guy. Enjoy your hobby, but you know what? Be an ambassador to the hobby too. Don't be a jerk. I'm enjoying my hobby. I really am enjoying this. I wish I could have done this years ago, but it is what it is. But be welcoming to other people. Like recognize that. Recognize that. Listen, for every band that's not being used anymore, and like I said, I talked about that I'm gonna make a video on it, not a live stream, but I want to make a video on it on that proposal they're trying to push. I know the ARRL is trying to push that proposal to open up the HF bands more for technicians, especially with digital, and RTTY, I believe, but especially with digital, because they know this is what is keeping the hobby. The popularity of FTA. If you go to if you look at a lot of metrics on all these QRZ website, QRZCQ website, and other websites that they tell you the percentage of amateur radio activity. Number one is FTA by a lot. It's not even close. FTA, FTA by a lot. So when people say they're hating on it, that's what's keeping the hobby alive. If it was not for FTA, I would have. If it was for FTA, I would never got my license. To be honest, I don't think I would have, because that's what got me in. That's what got me in after all these years. That's what got me in. And people that I talk to, a lot of them say they like the FTA aspect of it because they don't want to. They don't want to deal. They don't want to. They don't have the patience for it. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with. I want to know what I'm. And you don't need. And you don't need a lot of power. 10 watts, 5 watts. I'm just doing. I'm just doing 100 because I want to be heard. That's it. I don't have to. I can just dial it down whenever I want. I could with a very modest setup. You know, and that's what's keeping it alive. That's it. And people don't want to accept that, but that's the truth. These young kids don't care. They don't care about. They don't want a big. They don't care about big rigs. You show them this, it's like a phone. You know.
M3, MVF, John, good morning to you from Sydney, Australia, East Riding of Yorkshire.
Alfred from Sydney, Australia. There you go.
We say good morning to
VK2GAP. There you go. This was gonna appeal to the young people more. You know. Yeah, I know our friend Alfred. Yeah, this was gonna appeal to the young kids. They don't care. They're not gonna. They don't want to. They don't want to fork out even for a Zygo. They don't want to fork out $400. Plus, you got to get the power supply, which it could run you another $50, $60. Plus, you got to get the interface. Plus, you got to break your head to figure all that out, because Setting up FTA, if you don't know nothing right away, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve just to it's a learning curve just to set up FTA. You know, when I was setting up my G90, I was breaking my head. When I tried to set up the Yaesu FT818, that was even a bigger headache. Okay, people, the kids, young kids don't want to deal with all that. They just want to connect. They just want to connect and talk. That's it. They don't want to. They don't want to deal with all that other stuff. And this appeals to them. This is gonna appeal to them. Android Star on a phone app or Echo Link on a phone app. That's what's gonna appeal to them. You need to get that mindset that HF is the one all be all. That's not the case no more. Nobody want to hear. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real here. Nobody want to hear that all day. I'm sorry. That's yeah, it's good to have. It's good to have, but when you want to bring the young guys in, they don't care about that. You got to think about that. You got to think about that. I'm talking to more and more people that don't even have a radio. They have Joystar. They have Joystar. That's an app. You still need a license though. You still need to get your call sign. You still need to have a call sign, and there's a process. They have to verify because if you can't put any call sign, because what it does is if you're in the USA, they check the FCC, and if you're not listed on the FCC, you don't exist. So you can't just put any call sign and use the app. It don't work that way. So don't think about that either. Don't think you can just use any app and that's it. No, it don't work that way. Same thing with DMO. When you sign up for the ID, they want a copy. You got to mail them upload a PDF or whatever of the document, the license, whatever it is. So you still need a call sign even to use those apps. Same thing with Echolink. Echolink, you got to register first. Echolink, you got to register first with your call sign. It takes about, I don't remember. It took me a day. I got to prove. Then you get an Echolink, and that's it. Then you can use Echolink app. Now, I'm telling you, young kids are not going to spend $1,200 on a rig and then spend another $100 or whatever the hell on a power supply. And then you got to put up a loan. They don't want to do all that. They don't want to do all that, believe me. Because their logic is I can just go online and video chat and all that. So you got to meet them in the middle. You got to meet them in the middle. So this is kind of like in the middle, you know. And you got these world that they use the SIM card. I haven't tried those. I would like a company to send me one. I could test it. They have those they call them world radios. They call war radios. So that's what all the mesh network and all that. You understand? That's what's gonna get them in. It's not gonna FTA too. FTA is what's gonna get them in. Nothing else is gonna get them in. And that not gonna get them in single side. They don't got patience for that, bro. They don't got patience for that. You gotta keep it real, man. You gotta keep it real. FTA is what got me in, and that's me. And I'm 58 years old. I'm not young. I ain't no spring chicken. But these young kids, with the attention span they have now, good luck on that in a few more years. Good luck on that. Oh, he's from New Jersey. Okay. Let me sign his web book. Say hello. And then let me add him. He's from New Jersey. Yeah, it's winding down now. I'm getting a lot of. It's winding down a little early today. Minus 14. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. 73. Yeah. Let me go back to the live stream. Yeah. Like me and him, we spoke on the the pair of Motorola's. Remember I made that video? He was upstairs. The following night, I went to the store. My brother was upstairs on the second floor though, so I didn't leave him alone. People don't think I left him alone. So Harry, my brother, I want to say anyway, my brother Harry. Yeah, so he was in the second floor. So my son was in the living room, you know, on the computer. So I gave him the radio. I said, here, hold, because I wanted to test the range anyway. I said, here. So I went to the bodega. I went like 3 blocks away, and just to get And I'm telling you, when you don't say say when you acknowledge say copy or Roger, I'm trying to teach them the lingo a little bit. But you have fun. You have fun with it. That's how you start. You gotta start with the handhelds. People got a negative thing about the handhelds. Oh, get off the repeaters. I haven't been on a repeater in a couple of weeks already, and I was only on for a few minutes. I've been using my hotspot more. But people think, oh, you got handhelds and they're cheap Chinese handhelds. Well, they are building everything now, so it's not cheap. You know, so you gotta get off that mindset too with that. You know, nobody needs people don't these young kids don't wanna they don't care about HF rigs. They don't care. They don't really care about it. It's the exception, and that the exception is if their parents are radio operators and radio amateur operators. In my case, I didn't. Oh, some female talking there.
I have gone to the next level and enjoying hammering even more, especially we just came through a hurricane.
Yeah, but I was my train of thought here. Oh yeah. So they don't care about HF. They don't really care about all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Young kids don't care about HF. My son, he is this. He's more fascinated by. I'm talking to people on this. It is Wednesday, 8:30 in the morning, and the weather is cloudy, 15 degrees, Kathleen, and I'm glad that you didn't have any problems. Anyway, he's talking to some young lady there. She said she's got her general. I guess she got her general. But that's why he's more interested in the handheld. So I'm upstairs in the kitchen. I'm preparing something for him, or I'm whatever. And I had this on the counter, and I'm hearing it. And I'm talking to somebody like the other day. I talked to somebody from Indonesia, and he's like, he's from Indonesia. I say, yeah, he can see his eyes light up. you know, it's a young kids. This was gonna get them in. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not gonna be HF. You need to get them in with the digital voice and all that stuff. FTA, you know. I'm sorry, people are not gonna willing to. Then people are not gonna spend $1,200 on a Yaesu FT 991A and 30 amp power supply, and then you got to put up 80 feet of wire, whatever. They don't care about all that. They're not gonna care about all that. They're gonna say no, especially a high school kid, limited budget. By the way, that was back in the 80s when there was no internet. Back in the 80s when there was no, voice over internet and all that stuff. You understand? You got to rethink how you're going to get them in now. So you're going to have to open it. And that's why I like what they propose to the FCC. I like the fact that they should open up some of the HF bands, even if it's digital only, to the technicians. because that's what's gonna get them in. That's it. Or you're not gonna have people that never want to upgrade. They're gonna get their tech license. They're gonna try it out for a couple of years, and then they're gonna be bored with it because they already did. Like the point where I'm gonna get to one day, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I want to get my general, but they might say, you know what? Maybe I don't want to get my general. For what? Just to work a few more bands down there when I almost got 100 countries already. I'm at 83 countries right now. 83 in 2 years. I'm gonna hit 100 for the next sooner than later. I'm at 83 right now. You know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm already checking off boxes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. There's gonna be a point. There's gonna be no motivation for me to do it general. Cause and I know people say, "Oh, 10 meters." 10 meters is fine. I'm riding for as long as I can, and that's it. Who knows? Maybe whatever. Us poor kids, not even CB. I ain't got CB. I used to drool at I used to drool at shortwave radios on Radio Shack when I was a kid. I no way I could afford them. Mama could afford them. I had to go to school. Oh, you could have got a job. No, I was going to school. I'm not gonna say. Plus, at that time, I'm gonna save all my pennies for a radio. When I could buy a nice fresh jacket, you know, some gear. When you're young, you want to dress up too. Nice sneakers, nice shoes, whatever. I wasn't thinking about spending, saving all my money for a radio. You think, maybe you gotta think, you gotta be real now. A lot of these, older folks, they don't understand that it's different now. You got the internet dominates everything, everything. Voice over internet protocol, you know. Yeah, I know it's not, whatever, but that's what's gonna get them in first, and then if they're interested in doing other stuff, then they get into it. Understand? That's the way it works. Hello, Ray Talk. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, Mary the Exter, when you said Sanjay took an interest in using your Biofran for DMR, that shows that young people are more likely to do ham radio in the future. Yeah, because it's digital voice. And this is $50. This is $50. And the hotspot is $60. 5-star hotspot, $60. I bought a second coming today for my Yesu. So when I do C4 FM on my Yesu, I have a dedicated one for that now. That's coming today. I should be here any minute. It's already evening here. You're welcome, Ray. And again, welcome. Let me log this guy in and then go read the. Okay, yeah. J0 E. Okay. Thank you for the contact, my friend. Let me see. Oh, you got a web book? Let me sign your web book. Say hello. I like to sign people's web book. And then -10, -15. There you go, my friend. Thank you for the contact. Thank you for the contact, my friend. Right now, it's starting to pick up again. So it's picking up again. Let me go back over here. Let me see my PSK. All right. 618 reception reports today. Okay, not bad. Not bad. And of course, that's Talk Group 91 right now. See, this is automatic. I don't know what this guy's doing. It's been like this all day. See how he keys up automatic? It keeps doing that. I don't know what's going on with this guy today. All day. He's in Thailand all day. I will try. Well, that's another thing I want to try too. I want to try those things. There's a lot. You see, that's another thing. You're right. You see, there is a lot of things to do. I haven't even tried it. I want to try it. I want to try satellite. Uh, you know, things like that, like ISS. I want to try that, and exactly that's what's gonna bring them in too, stuff like that. N0JRJ Hem Stew. Hola, Danny George here. Hello, I hope you're doing well and welcome, my friend. Oh, you saw that video, right? Yeah. Want to hear on my scanner radio? Yeah. Remember this? I was the exception. Wanted to spend good money on a radio because yeah, exactly. I same here. But then again, I'm a lot older. I'm not a young kid. Believe me, me at 21. When I was 21, I want to drop dime on this. I want to drop so much money on a radio. No. I was busy partying. Sorry, I'm gonna say it. I was busy partying, trying to look good. That's what I was doing when I was young. I was busy trying to look good. I was. You know what I was doing a lot? I was working out. I was playing sports. I was partying at night. Yeah, I was partying at night. Of course, um, you know, you know, I wasn't trying to settle down. Sorry, it's the fact. That's what happened. I was enjoying life. They say when you're young, you gotta enjoy it. Hey, listen, I have no regrets about that. Am I paying for some of it right now? Yeah, I'm still paying for some of it in terms of like my oldest daughter. But yeah, don't get me wrong though. Hey, and that's what happened. Some of us party too much. Some of us party too much. That wasn't me though. I stopped at a certain time. I said that's it. You know? Yeah, I had many nights, many times I didn't come home till the next day. Riding the subway at 4 in the morning from Queens, New York, getting on the subway about 4 or 5 in the morning, coming home all the way to the Bronx. Yeah, had to sleep with one eye open because you sleeping in the subway car. You're not really sleeping because you can't fall asleep completely because somebody will try to rob you. But I'm like, trying to stay up with it, and I'm like, okay, okay, because I'm waiting for that person to come next to me and try to check my pop. So I'm there with one eye open, like, okay, okay, okay. I had many of those nights coming home from a club somewhere in Jamaica, Queens, coming home from you know. No, I had good times though. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I don't regret those days. It is because you know what? Yeah. Have I would have should I done things different? Maybe, but that was not who I am. We go through our phase and we go through our uh, you know, and that's me now. Imagine these young kids now. Yeah, think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Imagine these young kids now. They've been bombarded on TikTok. They're being bombarded on TikTok. They're being bombarded about, you know, and trust me, a lot of people they get bombarded with like, man, if I could get 1 million subs and I could get a following, I don't have to work again. I can just be home making videos. Let me tell you something. It's more work running this channel than a 9 to 5 job. And I, Get that out of your head though. About you can start a channel, you gonna make a lot of money, and man, that's like catching lightning in a bottle. Most people are not gonna make money online on a channel. Very, nothing, a little very. You're not. This ain't my job. Not what I'm. Not what I make from here. This ain't my job. Believe me. Right now, I'm looking again. I just started looking. So yeah, party kid, club night. Yeah, Ray, club night. Yeah, club night. You know, I just bought this recently. I bought the trainer. Speaking of CW, there you go. But I'm gonna learn this in my own time. I'm not rushing to learn this, and I choose to do this. I choose to learn, but I'm gonna do the way some people did it. They're using FLDG. You got to use a combination FLDG to help you decode. I know a lot of people doing that. But uh, hello, James Farley. I hope you're doing well. And 1 hour and 31 minutes in the books. 6:43 p.m. Yeah. Meredith said, "Oh yeah, there was a time I was partying all. I was partying and all. Sometime I would not get back. Yeah, I'm telling you, in my 20s, that's what I did in my 20s a lot. I party, and then I tried to go to college, and I wasn't ready for. I went to college aeronautics. College aeronautics. One semester I dropped out. I wasn't ready for school, to go back to school. And then finally, around right before 30, about 29, 28, 28, 29, I went to Monroe College in the Bronx. Got my computer science degree later on. Around, yeah, I think I was about 20. No, actually I was around 29 already. 29 to go and push it because the I might have no, yeah, 30. Yeah, around, yeah, actually 30. Actually after 29, 30, yeah, we're around there. I just said, you know what? I mean, and finally I settled down enough where I was like, okay, I could see myself. Especially when, my daughter was born. Mauritania? Oh, wait a minute, let me lock this guy. Who's Mauritania? Mauritania. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Game 6. Okay, let me log this guy in. Boom. J6ABT. Okay, Mauritania. I forgot where Mauritania. Can somebody look up Mauritania? I'm gonna find in the map in a couple of minutes. Hold on. Not Mauritius. Mauritius came last time.
KK7PLO. This is KK7JLT. There's for radio check. Great. Just trying to get
Let me call him. Oh, he left.
no results. You have a
Oh, he
problem.
left. Damn, he left.
7JLT to KK7PLO.
He left. Mauritania. Oh, okay. He just right here, and then he left. Mauritania. What the hell is Mauritania? Y'all see my PSK right now? Mauritania. Yeah, I figured that's Africa, right? Why would it? Wow. Just south of Sahara, Morocco. Okay, Morocco. By Morocco, okay. Because the other day was Mauritius. I know Mauritius where it's at because I talked about Mauritius. Mauritius is right off the coast of Madagascar. You got Africa, And you got the big island of Madagascar, and then a tiny little island off the coast of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean is Mauritius. Of course, they're most famous for the dodo bird, which is an extinct bird. But I remember Mauritius. So for 2 days, Mauritius was coming on here, but I couldn't make contact with Mauritius. I guess whatever. I guess they heard me, but they want to make contact. I guess, or they got slammed with a lot of people. When they see a country like that, everybody wants to click, 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 click. Oh my God, Mauritius! Click, click, click. Mauritius. HGF. Yeah, my scanners are all upstairs. I know somebody mentioned about scanners. No, I'm gonna eventually bring everything back down. But I have to set up. Let me see this. Oh, Jesus, hold on. Let me sort this out over here. All right. Yeah. So now China is back. See, China is there, but so there's a lot of activity still going on. But Mauritania is gone. He's gone. Yeah. Remember, Jason, no way do young people nowadays have fun like in my youth. Yeah, it's totally different now. James Farley, got some good news for you. I was able to get my PLA80 working again. Don't know how, but I'm so happy. I'm glad. You see? Yeah, yeah. What did you do? Did you take out the battery and just left it out for a few days or whatever, a day or so? Just leave the battery for a whole day. America hot now, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't get the states that I want. I still need Vermont. I need Maryland. I need West Virginia and Delaware and Maine, and that's it. I need 5 states. I need 5 states. I haven't. I didn't. We didn't get to do the demo. Not yet. I guess next weekend, maybe this weekend coming up, I'll do it. Yeah. So I didn't get to do the demo. Well, good thing I didn't because the misses. Anyway. No, somebody came to look at somebody came to measure everything because somebody's gonna come and install the cabinets and all that. But I guess when they finalize on the price, because I'm not getting involved in that. So she wants to pick up the design and all that. That's fine. That's not my kitchen. It's her kitchen. So and then once she decides, and then I have to take on the old cabinets. That's not gonna take that long. It'll take an hour. I take down those old cabinets. It's not that much. I can do it like in less than an hour. It's not gonna be much of a demo. It's just the cleanup. The cleanup takes longer than the actual demo. Yeah, the demo is only gonna take a few minutes. I just use a crowbar. Bing, bing, bing. That's it. Cabinets come down because they're not screwed on. They're nailed on. These cabinets are old. The cabinets that are up there, yeah. The cabinets are in the kitchen. They're old. They actually use nails. They nailed them onto the wall, and that wall is plaster. Because I already took down one part of the cabinet. There was a couple of small cabinets I took down, and I had to do it with the crowbar and all that. And I made a big hole in the plaster wall. I had to fix it. I had to redo it. You know, I had to plaster it again, patch it up. or compound. Some parts I use compound. And you can't see it over there. I still have a bucket over there. So I was able to patch it up, and then of course I painted it. But this time I'm knocking down the rest of the cabinets. So it's like one one double door, and then two double doors. So one, two, three cabinets left. I'm gonna knock those down. That's it. And then you gotta fix the wall, and that's it. And then she, the countertop that too. No, that's already. I demoed that a year ago. Right now we're using a temporary metal. It's a steel, stainless steel, like the ones they use in restaurants in the kitchen. Temporarily, yeah. So now we're gonna finally do everything. Well, I'm gonna repaint the whole thing anyway. I painted the kitchen about 3 years ago, but now we're gonna get new cabinets. So I'm gonna repaint the whole kitchen. So it's gonna be different color scheme now. So I gotta repaint everything anyway. It doesn't matter. What you what, what color was the paint behind it? I don't remember. No, no, yeah. One thing is I learned very clear. I've been painting for a long time. I've been painting um for the walls, especially in the kitchen and all that. When you saw upstairs in the second floor, yeah, yeah. When you saw in the second floor, that was cheap paint. That was glittering for because I used to rent that out. The second floor, remember, I used to rent that out, so I didn't spend much money up there with the paint. But for our floor where we live at, because it's a two-family house. No, no, no. Benjamin Moore. I use designer paint. I had different designer, custom mix everything. Very good designer paint. I don't skimp on that. So I always, whatever paint, Benjamin Moore. I think what's the other brand that's very good? What's the other brand? I forgot all the other brands. What's the other brand that's really big? Sherman. There you go, Sherman Williams. So I bought Sherman Williams. There's another brand. Let me see. I go get it. I'll show you. I'm right here. I have a paint can. Let me show you. What it is in the kitchen. Let me show you. Oh, never mind. Yeah, the premium. Actually, you know what? They're back there. I don't want to reach in there and get them. Anyway, no, I use Glidden for the premium one, not the regular Glidden, the premium, and that's fine. The premium is pretty good too, because the 1 gallon, the premium. Now for the second floor, I used I forgot what brand for the it's a 5 gallon bucket, you know, flat. I use semi-gloss white, use flat white for the rooms upstairs as before. But that's not gonna be the case no more because I'm gonna fix that up there. But yeah, I know I use premium paint. I always use premium paint for our living area. No, I use premium paint. I don't skip on the paint, and it works pretty good. It lasts for a long time. I never had issues with it. So it was a Glidden Premium, but the premium, not the regular, cheapo. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, I didn't because it's a long story. I need help. I need somebody to help me bring the material there. Problem is I can't. That aluminum paint is heavy, and it's You know how I get to the roof? I don't know if you see my video. You know, there's a steel ladder that goes up there, and that's it. So I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get that aluminum paint up there. So I had to figure out something. And I told her, I said, listen, So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to get a helper, and maybe build some kind of I'm gonna need a helper just to take the paint out
Yeah, get it. That is okay.
because if I got somebody gonna bring it up with the
Seriously down to next week. But yeah,
yeah, that's good, but you need somebody below, and I don't have anybody, so I need a helper. Yeah, still I can't do it by myself. I just can't. And then if I'm gonna lift it from there, from the second, from the I have to show you. So but yeah, it's just. And the thing is, when I'm up in the roof, I get vertigo now. So I don't want to be at the edge of the roof. I don't want to be on the edge of the roof trying to lift that thing up. I can't. I'm not that strong anymore, bro. I'm not that strong anymore. That thing is heavy, man. That thing is it's a good 60 pounds at least. It's a 5-gallon bucket. It's steel bucket. And it has aluminum paint. It's metal in there. It's metal paint. It's not regular paint. It's a metal paint. That thing is heavy. You know, so I can't just put it there. Plus my roof, my where I climb at is not a flat roof. It's a slope. It's a slant the roof. So there's no way I can put a bucket there. It's gonna be like this. So I'm gonna have to build some kind of uh, uh yeah, yeah. That would have been better exactly if I had indoor access. I don't have that. My old house was like that. My old house had a ladder in the middle of the on the second floor. There was a little ladder that used to go up to the roof, and there was a hatch. There was a hatch like a it looked like a sun like a window hatch. It had a thick glass window, and you just open it with a hatch. This house is not like that. You have to go outside, climb up that ladder. So there's no way. I said, no freaking way I can do that. So you got two people from China calling CQ. Oh my God. Anyway, I clicked on one. Wow, that's the first time I seen that. First time I seen that. Two from China and one calling CQ at this time. And Bobby's back. Hello, Bobby. Welcome back. Two from China calling CQ. Well, he's gone. The other one, I guess somebody took. So let me click on this one. Yeah. Yeah, he said I need an extra pair of hands just to bring up the paint. Because the problem with aluminum paint is, and I didn't know that at the time when I painted this garage roof. You got to keep mixing it over and over. You got to because the metal settles down fast. So I have, of course, I have a drill and I have that attachment because you need to mix it. You can't mix it by hand. That type of paint you cannot mix it by hand like regular paint. You need a drill with the long attachment with the mixing attachment. You have to mix it for a while until the metal is in the paint, and then paint it right away, and then you gotta keep mixing it again. Mix it. I didn't do that when I did that roof. You gotta mix it all the time. You paint as soon as you're done painting one area, you gotta mix it, then paint, and mix it and paint because the metal on that roofing paint settles fast. It goes back down to the bottom. It's a heavy metal. I didn't know that. I treated it like regular paint, and it's not. So when I painted that garage roof, the paint didn't last. Within months, it started flaking off. And I cleaned that roof. I power washed it and everything. It wasn't that. It was just the mixing. Roofing paint is totally different from regular paint. You got to mix it often. Okay, forget about China then. Anyway, I don't need China right now. I'm done. I don't need China because I haven't logged in. I have China logged in already. So I don't need China right now. So what color is the paint behind them? I don't remember. Because remember this house 100 years old. When those cabinets were put up, we didn't live here. So I think that it was a green. It was like this color. See that green? You see that CQ? You see how green that is? That was the paint. That was the color behind the original wall in the kitchen. It's like an ugly green from those old apartments. It was like a green, like that, like a green. Now I remember. James Farley, South America, hot now. Let me see. PSK. Yeah, I saw a couple of South America. Not that many here though. I see Argentina, Brazil, Chile, and that's it. That Haiti guy, I'm not gonna contact him because his call sign doesn't make no sense. He's not a real call sign. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what kind of call sign that is. So I can't use that call sign for anything. So I don't want to. Why I'm gonna try to log a Haitian I already got a Haiti contact, but it's not confirmed. Why would I want to log that guy? He's been on every day for the last couple of weeks, but it's like a call sign makes no sense. So I don't think he's a valid. I don't know. I don't know. He's on QRZCQ, his page, but QRZCQ. Last time I checked, they don't verify your. I don't know. I don't know about Haiti. I don't know what the. I can't use that to log and confirm it and all that. I can't use that. Yeah, he receives mine all that. Yeah, he does. It's just that his call sign is. If you put on QRZ, it says we don't know what the hell this is. So I can't use them to, and I need that country. I need Haiti, but I can't use this call sign for anything. So I'm not gonna waste my energy on that. I'm not gonna waste my time on that. You know. And he contacts everybody. He's on all day. He's been on all day contact, and that's fine. But I can't use him. I can't use him. On QRZ, he has a page on QRZ. I mean, on QRZ CQ, he has a page, and you see some of his contacts. But on QRZ, doesn't exist, and I can't use him. I can't use him. And I don't know if Log of the World recognizes that call sign, but I can't use him. And plus, I contacted him a few times. I'm done. I said, you know what? If he contacts me, I said, I'll take the contact and log it to Log of the World, and maybe I could get it confirmed there. Because I was talking to Matt the other day, and I mentioned to him about when you have a premium account on QRZ, you could use Log of the World to confirm what you don't have on QRZ because you could sync it. And I show that. I show that right here. Excuse me. Right here, right? You see this? You see what says import? So, for example, I don't care. Nobody knows my. Try to guess it. So, see, it's going to import. See what it's going to. So, right now, I found one confirmation from Log of the World. So, I'm going to put show detail. Let me see what. So, I found this one. So, now that is confirmed here. Okay? You see what I did there? Now, that's not available for free account. You need to be a paying member of QRZ to get that feature. So I was trying to explain somebody else about that. Not Matt. Somebody else was down here and he said, no, you can do that with a free account. I said, no, you can't. I tried that with the free account. I know in MyRadio DX, you have a free account. Try to do that and see. But I don't think you have a lot of world account, right? I recommend you get that too, just for the login, because a lot of people log of the world. A lot of people log of the world and not on QRZ. So what that does is if I get confirmed, yeah. So if I get confirmed on log of the world and then on QRZ, when it syncs, I get credit for that. I get credit. I get credit on QRZ because they recognize log of the world as the as 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 good as QRZ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I will get log of the world because then you probably have a bunch of contacts that are on log of the world that are confirmed, and then I confirm on QRZ. And when if you do the sync, you know, because that's what happened to me. The first time I did it, I got like 5 countries right away that I was missing because they were confirmed on log of the world, but they didn't have an account on QRZ. And then the sync said, okay, you got confirmed on log of the world, we'll give you credit on QRZ. That's how that log of the world sync works. So yeah. So you saw that contact from the UK, he's on log of the world, but he was not on QRZ, and I got credit because what I'm saying is that for example, this one maybe he has a log of the world account only, and he already got. And if I make that contact with him, he might confirm me over there, but in QRZ he's not gonna recognize. I'm not. It doesn't recognize the account, but when I do the sync, I'll get credit for that, even though he's not registered on QRZ. But he's registered on log of the world, you'll get credit for that. And I didn't know that until I got once I paid for the premium, which is about $80 a year though. It is kind of steep, but I don't plan to keep this for a couple. I think after this year, by the time hopefully I have some badges, and then I'll probably just not renew it, or maybe I'll renew it for one more year. But that way, I need that log of the world sync is worth the price alone. Just for that, it's really worth it because I got so many confirmations from log of the world that I wouldn't have got a QRZ alone. The sync does, you know. And I upload log into the log of the world about once a day. I'll show you how I do that in a minute. Let me log this guy. Maybe not do it on the air. Maybe in another. Maybe I can make a video on that too. Maybe because I upload to log of the world. The only thing on log of the world, when you sign up, you have to go through a process. They're gonna mail you. They're gonna mail you a postcard, and then there's a code you're gonna have to confirm it. So when you register with log of the world, you're gonna have to wait till they actually mail you a physical postcard with a code. That's how they. That's how they want to confirm you. So you gotta wait a few days. They mail you a postcard with a code. When you log in, you put that code, then you confirm. But I will sign up with them. And I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna pay for the certificate. I'm not doing all that there. I just want to have because a lot of people use that. So when you go on my QRZ, you see it. Log of the world, QRZ, and EQSL, and that's it. And I have Club Log, but I don't really. I upload to that one just to help people. But that's it. But log of the world really helps out with QRZ because that sync confirms so many contacts that QRZ won't do alone. It won't do it. So I think, yeah. So for me, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do the premium account because I did the premium account to print that certificate, not to print. Excuse me. I had to order that certificate. I had to order this one. So you have to order it, but you cannot order with a free account. You see how this one got the seal and all that? You got the monogram seal. And it's a nice certificate. It's a very professional. I only wanted this one just to put on my shack. I'm not gonna go crazy with these. I just want a couple of them, and that's it. So you need to be a premium member to order this. Now this is 1999 or 1995, I forgot. But you need to be a premium member to order this. And then when I ordered this and I went into my account and I saw I could sync my log of the world to here, to QRZ, to confirm. And the first time I did it, I had like 50 confirmations. The very first time I did it, I had 50 confirmations. And I must have had like 5 or 6 countries. I forgot what kind. I think like it might have been like six. I don't remember. I got a few countries too. I was like, wow, oh my god. But yeah, it confirmed. It was a so you know you're trying to get those badges, those stinking badges. Yeah. Hello, Miggy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know it's too bad I don't have indoor access to my roof. I know. Yeah. Like for example, the second floor, when I rented those rooms out, I just use white paint because those rooms they were just rented out to, and because I got 3 rooms on the second floor, they were all rented out at one time. That's how we used to get extra income. But then a couple of tenants, and then they were being a pain in the ass. Finally, I evicted them, and then yeah, I know I'm getting back. If you go to my QSA, it's like all Japan. That's just contacting me, all Japan right now. That's it. Let me see my last. Yeah, see? So far, this. So this is the past hour. Japan, Japan. That's the past hour. Japan. One from Colombia, one from the U.S., and the rest of it is Japan. And there's a bunch of them still here. Look, China's calling CQ again. Look, and Japan, look at Japan. South Korea. Yeah, I made contact with him yesterday. South Korea, right there. South Korea. So contact with him yesterday. So China, let me click on China. Here we go. CQ China. Here we go. I'll try China again. I'll try China again. CQ China. I forget it. Somebody. All right, I'm gonna move on. I'm not. I'm gonna. Not gonna be on too long because I'm gonna watch the debate tonight. I'm gonna be on the Danny show. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna be on in about an hour or so. What time is it right now? 7:15 local. So I'm gonna be on around 8:45. The debate starts at 9. So I'm gonna be on around 8:45 on the Danny show. So I'm gonna wrap it up here now. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna be on the Danny show about 8:45. Uh and yeah, so I'm gonna sign off now. If anybody want to go there and see me, and I'm gonna listen to the debate. I'm gonna try to watch it. I guess here I'll watch it. I gotta set it up, and I just want to see. To be honest, unless JD Vance really bombs, I don't think he is. But I'm curious just to see it. I just want to see it. Like I said earlier, voting already happened, and anyway, I'll be back soon. So anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Let me read the comment over here by Mary. By the way, the stuff at 10 at home, I removed it, but it worked great on 20 meters. I will put it up again, but with improvements. Cool. And yeah, I'll see you over there, Tasso. And Miggy, take care. Ciao. Good to see everyone. Good to see you, Tasso. Mary DXer. I mean, uh, Bobby, thank you. A couple of people that were here earlier, thank you for watching. And I'm going to go get a bite to eat and get ready for the debate. It should be 9 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be on CBS. And yeah, so I'm going to watch that vice presidential debate. And of course, I'll be in there and we'll see. So I'll see you over there at the Danny Show. The link is going to be in the when you go on my homepage. I'll put the link up real quick right now. Let me put the link up. Let me put the link. Let me put the link. Let me put the link. Come on, 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 come on. Yeah, man. Go next page. Unless somebody gonna beat me to it. So it's at the Danny Show 914. There you go. At the Danny Show 914. You can sign up there. Anyway, that one's gonna be open. It's not gonna be subscribers. That one's gonna be for anybody. Anybody can go in the chat. I don't have to even be a subscriber for that one. I'm gonna make it open to everybody. So just for the vice presidential debate. And I'll see you guys there if you there. But I will be there. So I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye. Good night. Good night.